Welcome back. Of course, it's the Teacher's Lounge again. I am Winston Bell, substitute professional, and that across from me is Stacy Boss, speech language pathologist.
Hi, everyone.
To the stars, if you will. Lot to get to today. We've got a lot of information to cover. Short time to get there. I'm going to talk, obviously, you know the format of the show. I've got hot topics, headlines. I've got, of course, the profession of the day. Profession of the day, where we delve inside a different profession. And, of course, we end the show with a little bit of the boss sauce. That's a speech language pathologist tip of the day that you can take home a little nugget. I know you don't have a lot of time in between classes. I know you've only got one planning period and you got to make copies. So let me bring you inside the Teacher's Lounge.
Hey, and don't forget, you can smoke in here.
Hey, you're already smoking. I got that. Boss, let me start off here. I'm 51. No names, no age. I feel like I know a little bit about a lot. Boss, have you ever heard of the term sugar glider?
Not up until about 3 or 4 days ago.
Okay, so 3 or 4 days ago, there's a Zoom, shocking. And of course, it goes off the rails quickly. There's some intro, there's maybe a little information, and a sugar glider is brought in. I'll give you the keywords. Sugar glider and boobs were all mentioned in a Zoom call. How is that educational?
No, really?
Boss, I don't understand it. Again, kids want to talk about everything else but language, everything else but, of course, information, everything else but school-related stuff. So again, it's not the kids, though. It's mom.
Mom came on the video?
Yet, shocking, a mom in a Zoom call at school. I know you've never heard of such, boss, but it does happen. So mom is talking about the sugar glider, which looks like what to you, boss? I pulled this
Combination
up on Google.
between like a bat and a rat.
So, like a brat? I don't know what that is. Like a brat, is that like an angry youngster? Is that a child who... Understand it for me. It's like a webbed foot, like an incomplete bat with no wings.
Right.
Anyway, boss thinks it has cute hands. I'll get to that later. Nevertheless, so the mom says, and I quote, "It's a sugar glider." And she says, "It fits real nice in between my boobs."
That's true story.
Boss, I don't know about you, but I don't recall boobs or sugar gliders being mentioned in my elementary education ever. I know it happened in the 70s, and I know I probably was 4 inches taller due to my afro. But again, I don't recall a sugar glider or boobs being referenced. That's items 1. That's enough. That's the sugar glider. Please keep your sugar gliders out of the Zoom.
Are those really supposed to be domesticated animals, or
I don't. Can you?
Sounds kind of like it should be in the jungle, or
Did someone buy that? Did someone pay money for a sugar glider?
I don't know.
Because if that's the case, I think I have like a rabbit's foot for sale, or maybe I have like some other balloon animal that you can purchase for $10. I'll sell that online or on eBay. Maybe it was signed off by, I don't know, Clarabelle the clown. People don't even know who that is. So I've got Charlotte's Web. I mean, I guess is the last name of the student McDonald? Is his dad's first name Old?
Well, they sure fit the description.
Well, because on this farm with a sugar glider here and a sugar glider there, whatever that is, I also have a new puppy.
Yes, the very next day, a new puppy was brought onto the screen.
Was their next door neighbor? Was it raining, boss? Is he Noah? Is he taking 2 of every animal? I don't understand, boss. You have a sugar glider. You have a puppy. What else do you have in there?
Heard the mention of a couple of cats.
Oh my God! And I don't think they mean cool people from the '60s. I don't think that's like Dean Martin. Or, of course, Frank Sinatra. They're not those cats. But
Coco and Bubbles were their names?
Stop it, boss. There's no Coco the cat. Bubbles the cat. Get them out of here. I'm just saying, during a pandemic, during a time when we're all stressed, I understand. You want to have something for the kids to do. You want to have an outlet for them. And everybody, we abdicate pets on this program. Of course, the official dog of the Teacher's Lounge, Duchess. We'll talk about that later on. But, of course, we advocate...
Pet of the show.
All right, pet of show. And, of course, we will have footage from Duchess. Filming from that. There will be. But again, should you really be bringing those animals into the Zoom, boss?
No, because how much education can really take place when 10, 15, 20 minutes is taken up of animal show and tell?
And while that has a place, you still need to stick to the itinerary. Maybe that happens on a special day on Friday. I do have one question. Did the sugar glider have a name?
I don't remember.
What was it like was it like a cereal mascot? Was it Sugar Bear the honey glider? Was it Honey Glider the I don't know. Sounds like I should be like eating sugar gliders at like a reception. Or maybe there should be a southern treat. You know, I'm picturing an older, southern lady saying, "Hey y'all, I got some pigs in a blanket and some sugar gliders, honey y'all."
To me, it sounds like I should be eating it for breakfast.
All right, boss, let's not discuss breakfast food. That's on another teacher's lounge. I'll bring in donuts by, of course, a cream provider to be made later. Here's another topic. Topic 3 for me today. Boss, I'm in a Zoom session. There are 2 components to a Zoom session. 1 is video, I gotta see you. 2 is audio. I gotta be able to hear you so you can interact. I'll say this, there's a time to mute and there's a time not to mute. There's no reason, and listen in, parents, turn your headphones up. I want you to listen in right now. There is no reason for me to be in a session with a child for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and everybody's on mute. I ask a question, child's on mute. I ask for interaction,
child's on mute. I see their mouth moving.
I can't hear them because why? Child's on mute.
Can I bill for that?
Yes, you can, boss. That is legal in the state of Ohio, which you are licensed in. But yes, boss, you can take a minute to unmute yourself. Again, it's like knocking on a door and putting your finger over the peephole.
And children who cannot unmute themselves need the assistance of an adult nearby.
Don't just go put your kid into the Zoom and then go back upstairs and watch Wendy or whatever else, or take a nap, or what else is on at 9 o'clock in the morning, Judge Mathis. Not that I'm watching it, but nevertheless, you've got to be an active participant. I know it takes a little bit more effort, but again, just like you wouldn't leave your child unsupervised at breakfast time, you're not just going to make pancakes and walk away. You're going to have to be in there at least in earshot or within an arm's length to see the Zoom. If I ask a question, I want them to raise their hand and be able to participate. It's not really this difficult. You wouldn't call me and then hang up on me right after you did it.
Well, I might.
Allegedly. I mean, when I say hello, who is this? Who are you calling from? Or is this when I get the unavailable call? Oh, wait, those are people I owe money to. That's what I'm saying. No names, please. Shout out to an insurance company who I'll be paying after the show.
All right.
All right, the lounge is already smoking up. There are a lot of people lighting up in here. Let me give you the contact information. Let you get available to us. We're not a 4-lane highway. Boss, what would you say?
I'm going to go with like 3.5. We're almost there.
All right, so we're under construction?
Yes.
Are there orange cones in here?
Orange cones.
All right. Maybe they're candy corn, which is a candy no one likes during Halloween.
Proceed cautiously.
Slow down. All right, you can join us at the Teacher's Lounge, 721.com. Yes, we're on the web. That's the World Wide Web. You can do that. You can also join us at the phone number, which is
216-260-3909.
Let me give the phone number one more time. I'll give it slowly. You can get a pen. 216-260-3909. And, of course, you can always go old school. I like this. Write me a letter. It's the Teacher's Lounge. Lounge is LOUNGE 721 @gmail.com. So right now you've got 3 ways you can reach us. Teacher's Lounge 721 @gmail.com. The Teacher's Lounge 721.com, just on the web. Or, of course, you can dial us. Pick up your phone. You've got unlimited minutes. You've paid for it. 216-260-3909. It is, of course, time for, my favorite segment. It's the Profession of the Day.
It's my favorite, too.
All right, boss, easy. Profession of the Day, powered by, of course, an adult beverage that may or may not come in a green bottle. All right, It's a holiday. Obviously, we're ending the month of October, and it's Halloween. And look, even if we're doing it via Zoom, even if we're doing it remotely or socially distancing, everybody's going to have a mask. But everyone's also going to have their own Halloween costume. And of course, whether you're going into a costume store or you're just dressing up at home, but if you're going into a costume store, you might hear something that goes like this. Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, I've been invited to my first adult costume party.
Well, adult.
I mean, it's just
Oh, I mean, sure.
no kids allowed. But just adults there. It's nothing like that.
Well, I mean, why don't you turn around and let me sort of see what might be fitting you?
I was kind of thinking that you could just show me where
Oh, sure.
I would find maybe like a witch costume.
Well, I was thinking more. I'm thinking something international, maybe a French maid.
Do you really think that would be good?
Why, yes. Let me pull this skirt out for you.
Wow, that looks pretty short.
I'm
I'm not really that confident in myself.
Oh, well, we do have a dressing room if you'd like to try it on. I mean, and it's not like there are any cameras in there or any.
Excuse me?
I mean, it's not like anyone would see other than me. I mean, it's not like anyone else would see it.
Okay,
Oh.
I think I better take more than just one in there, okay?
Sure.
So what else do you think would be good?
Well, funny that you ask. Everyone is worried about COVID-19. So I've got plenty of these nurses' costumes.
This one looks really short, too.
Oh, well, it's of course, it allows for a lot of PPE and a lot of breathable material.
This neckline is very low.
It comes with a face shield that's on back order, but it would allow you to cover up. It's actually PPE resistant.
You're the expert, I guess.
Well, I am an expert. But of course, it also would have come with these gloves as well for the, effect or exam.
All right, I guess let me try these. It's not what I really imagined myself in, but
Well, it's what I imagine.
I trust you.
Well, it's what I imagine. I mean, I imagine that you have thought about something like this. I imagine that, yes.
Okay, where are the dressing rooms?
Why, just go this way. I'll walk behind you. They're, just right there between the, garment racks.
All right, well, I'll be right out because I need to hear your opinion.
Well, sure. I'll be, just outside the door. I mean, I'll be cleaning up and straightening out in here, if you will.
All right, I'm ready.
Wow, you certainly are. I mean, to go to the party, to head out. I mean, boy, that's a really big garment rack you have. I mean, rack behind you.
Oh, you know what? I'm not getting a good feeling here anymore.
Oh, well.
Where's the manager?
He's actually out. You can write a card right here.
I don't think I'm going to be buying anything from this store.
Well, I mean, I could just give it to you on consignment.
I'm leaving, and I will be calling the manager and reporting you.
Oh, well, have a good day. And now it's time for, of course, the professional segment of the day. It's the related service provider. And, of course, we've got our own Stacy Boss, licensed speech pathologist.
Licensed in Ohio.
Thank you. In Ohio, and that license is valid. Boss, I got a couple of questions that we have gotten off of the Teacher's Lounge, 721.com.
Oh, yeah, people are writing in. I love to hear your feedback.
If you want to do so again, let me give you the numbers. It's, of course, the Teacher's Lounge, 721.com. It's 216
360-3909.
That is correct. Or, of course, if you want to write us, I like the written portion, the Teacher's Lounge 721 at gmail.com. So that covers all of the ways you can reach us. But I've got a question. Boss, now listen in. I've got a term that I don't know a lot about. It's called selective mutism.
Mm-hmm.
Does this mean that I can select the mutant that I'm going to be this Halloween? Am I going to be Wolverine?
Not quite.
Am I going to be Cyclops? I mean, what is selective mutism? And
It's kind of like selective listening.
what did you say?
You only speak when you want to.
Wait, boss. Break this down for me like I'm a not substitute professional, like I'm a real professional. So I only speak in environments where I want to?
Correct. It doesn't mean you cannot speak.
Okay.
It means you control the environment in which you speak. So you might speak at home, but not at school.
Which leads into the question that we got, of course, at the Teacher's Lounge, 721.com. The question is, my child is exhibiting forms of selective mutism, where again at home, I can't make him be quiet or shut him up. But in school, the teachers say he doesn't speak at all or respond not just to children, but to the teacher. What do I do to offset this?
I have run into a case in my district of selective mutism where it was so extreme that the child didn't even make a coughing noise or a laughing noise or a nose sniff.
He's not coughing?
No.
He's not sneezing?
No.
Is he laughing?
Was very well controlled. And I must say, speech therapy is really not the answer, considering they're not going to talk in the sessions.
Okay.
The answer really is to give the student a way to communicate, whether that be a speech output app, like one that we use in our district is the Go Talk.
Okay.
There's a free version of that called the Go Talk Lite.
So the price is right, yes.
And, so he can at least maybe answer some questions in class by pressing the button of a speech output device, or you could have a binder full of pictures so he can maybe participate in some learning tasks for the day.
I'm aware of that. So if I want to go, is it lunch or special?
And he can point to one of the two. Or what would you like to do right now? Do you want the Play-Doh right now, or do you want to do the computer?
And I get to put my hand, I get to point to that.
Correct.
Okay.
And he feel comfortable because he will not have to speak.
Okay.
But at the same time, he can tell you what he wants and maybe answer a few comprehension questions.
Sure. Okay. So I learned something new. Teach the teacher.
I must add this to the mix. We usually see this as a mental health issue.
Okay.
So
Sure.
seeking counseling for this might help.
That, of course, is the secret ingredient in the boss sauce, which we call the related service provider. That, of course, licensed speech pathologist Stacy Boss provides with us. That's question one. The next question that we received at the Teacher's Lounge, 721@gmail.com. Written question. It goes in, Boss, my child has been diagnosed with autism and is still going to be participating in Halloween, going to trick or treat. How do I allow them to communicate with people both trick or treating and giving out candy and with other children?
Well, first of all, we're quick to judge. So
Sure.
The kid that doesn't say trick or treat or the kid that doesn't say thank you is just rude, right?
Always.
So first I ask, please don't be judgmental, because this particular child may have autism and they may be nonverbal. The way I would manage this is I would probably write a note and maybe put it on their pumpkin that they're collecting candy in.
Sure.
Perhaps just somewhere where it's visible so that whoever's handing out candy can see it and will be sensitive to that.
I like it because it allows the child to still maintain some autonomy.
Yes.
But it alerts everyone around that this is not, they're not just being rude.
Exactly.
I
Now,
like that.
you were just telling me about a blue pumpkin.
In certain areas, blue, of course, being linked to autism in terms of autism walks, well, there have been children that have been given blue pumpkins, just like the traditional orange plastic pumpkin. Everybody brings the orange pumpkin, you drop candy in there. Well, it's the blue pumpkin that you hand off to autistic students, so you're recognizing by color. So it's really keying in mom and dad and other children rather than and still giving the child the autonomy. But again, By the way, that's not licensed information.
Are you practicing without a license?
That
here?
would be no, and I'm not driving without one either. I am not riding dirty or practicing dirty. No names, please.
So that's another idea. If your city gives out blue pumpkins, or you can buy one somewhere, that's another possibility.
I like it. Happy and safe Halloween, everybody. Enjoy it.